The silver price is holding, gold sales double at the Perth Mint, and today I look at GRT, the graph protocol, giving my price targets, etc. It's actually my biggest crypto bag at the moment. Look, if you are watching this on the replay, just use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live on X and on YouTube, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, in the first 1 minute of the show. However, we do what I call the synchronized slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage and we slurp them synchronously together. It is the honor system. I think there's going to be one person doing the synchronized slurp with me today. For some reason, no one got the notifications. But I can see you streaming in right now. We'll maybe give it an extra minute or two for that. But of course, what we'll do here, I'll tell you, of course, all about my brand partners, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. I'm even going to adjust the lightings. Give me 1 second. Right here. Oh, okay. It's a very interesting day here in Melbourne. Yeah, it's no good. No good. No good. Oh, that's much better. Lovely to see everyone here. I am Joe Main. I am a stacker of precious metals since 2010, a stacker of crypto since 2013. I've been there, done it all. I've worked for 3 major bullion dealers in Australia, Goldstackers, Bullion Now. That's where a lot of you know me from Bullion Now. I was the first employee. I launched and grew their YouTube channel. All those big videos, the epic unboxings, the fake versus real Perth Mint gold bars, the ones that have had nearly 1 million views and all that. That was me, baby. And you heard my voice behind the camera, and sometimes in front of the camera too. Yeah, and that was me. And then I moved to Ainslie Bullion and revitalized their social media presence. They're doing great guns now. Now I do this weekdaily live show all about stacking silver, stacking Satoshis, stacking skills, and just building up this GMS community. Now there's enough people here. We will do the synchronized slurp. Grab your tasty beverage. I'll grab my tasty beverage. Let's slurp them synchronously. Here we go. You ready? I know you're ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Slurp it. Oh, yeah. You faked me out with the slurp. I did fake you out with the slurp there, Silver Fox. Great to see so many people watching. Did no one get the notification today? It went out. It went out. What's going on? We're going live on X, live on YouTube. Here's how we do the show. Normally, it's a bit of a shout-outs in the first section. Then we'll do precious metals analysis. Then we'll do crypto analysis. And I'll be talking about the graph protocol today, my biggest crypto bag. At the moment, I really do want you, though, to follow me on X. X.com/Joe in general. That username may change eventually. I've just been transitioning people. I'm going live right now, as you can see. If I refresh that, you'll see, look at me. Look at that, I'm going live right now. I am transitioning from a faceless account I've had this account since 2009 to a personal account. And I must say, if you're thinking about going from faceless to personal, just for branding reasons, really do it. You want to do it. It's been great for me, a whole bunch of new followers, which is really good to see. And yeah, eventually I'll change that handle, the Joe in general. I'll probably change that soon, but not yet. So please follow me on there. You'll get the daily live show, of course. Then I take excerpts from the live show and pop them on. They're trending very well, particularly to do with the crypto stuff at the moment. You'll get my of course, my lovely spicy political takes when I get into it with people on the internet, and random price updates of other things, precious metals, and screenshots and all that kind of stuff. It's a fun place to be over at X, so please hit me with a follow over there. And let's do some shout outs, people. Then we'll get into live gold, silver, precious metals stuff analysis. Then we'll do the crypto side of things. Nakas O'Reilly says GMS a hot humid day in Melbourne today. Yeah, it's that weird one where it's kind of overcast, but then the sun pops out and it screws my lighting. But that's life. Silver Fox, hi all. My coffee is at the ready, Joe. Good. Niels Hahn Dynasty is here. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Ben Ferrugia, morning, Joe. Good on you. Yes, I did fake you out with the synchronized slurp. John Popple. John Popple, I haven't seen you on the show before, so let me know. Are you a long-time lurker, first-time contributor to the live chat? I don't remember seeing your name on there before. So welcome, if that is the case, unless you're the one that changes their name all the time. Good morning, all. Gold morning, all, says Jason Rosana. And morning, Mr. VIP. Oh, who's that? Is that me? Am I Mr. VIP? Sure, I'll take it. No problem. Silver is holding at the moment. Gold sales double at the Perth Mint, and we'll do some other precious metals analysis as well. This is the precious metals portion of Good Morning Stackers. I will share the screen and we'll take a look at the price of silver to start with. Then we talk about gold sales doubling. We'll look at the gold price too. Yeah. Let's have a look. Silver is at, let me share it now, $31. Oh, this is looking very interesting. $31.30 US cents. So it is holding. That's a good sign for silver. Interestingly, though, gold is weaker. So we've been seeing the gold to silver ratio drop. We'll take a look at all of that very briefly. But this is the weekly time frame. Okay, well, it's Friday. We've got 24, maybe 36 hours roughly until the full world markets close. So you've got a little bit of time. So far, so good. I am not saying that it's going to pump from here. I'm still leaning towards, my bias is still to the downside. So that's the quick thing. Nothing's changed until at least we get back above. I'll start maybe rethinking if we get back above this $31.50 mark, this level of resistance right here. It's been flirting with it. No go so far. Relative strength index is trending up on the daily. Yeah, okay. Anything can happen, though. It can just have a big move downwards. I just remain biased to the downside, particularly because of gold as well. Maybe I should have started with gold and led into silver today, but nothing really to say different from yesterday. I just need to see that hold at $31, and then you would want to see it move up to $32.50. If you want to see higher prices, like just higher and higher and higher, because you've done all your buying, or you don't want to dollar cost average in lower, then you want to see it break 32.50, hold as support, and then onwards and upwards we go. If you want it to crash short term because you want to load up, or you want to average your price in lower, then you want to see that happen. Okay, you come down to 29.80 again, that's going to be third time a charm, very likely, and down into the best buy zone, which is at $28, anywhere down to $26 US. I'm still remaining with that for now. I know it seems a bit contrarian because we're above this price, and it's looking positive, I've got to say, for silver. You have a potential W thing happening here, the old W pattern where it does it's that thing, and then it goes shoop like that. Yeah, it's actually looking all right, but I'm just going to remain biased to the downside. And I could be completely wrong, and I will be willing to eat my words. I'm like 80% sure at this stage. Got to at least clear 31.50, 31.60. That's all you need to know. Watch out for 32.50. Watch out for the line in the sand of 29.80. Those are the major levels. Yeah, quick and to the point. Let's take a look at gold. And then we'll look at gold sales at the Perth Mint doubling. We'll just quickly show you that article. Here's gold, not looking as good, hey. That's why we're seeing the gold to silver ratio drop. So yeah, this is the daily time frame. I'm going to pop you onto the 4 hour because that gives a better indication. Last couple of days I've been saying this is weird. Trading View's screwing me over. There we go. That's better. For some reason. Yeah, no, that's about right. Let me see. Yeah, close enough for Jets. We're not over the mother of all trend lines yet. We've been flirting with it, and isn't it just crazy how technical analysis works and all that sort of stuff? It's just, don't worry about the spikes. Spikes mean shit, don't they? They don't mean anything. It's where they close at. It's kind of closed at, failure to close above, fast move to the downside, failure to close above the mother of all trend lines, closed at a rejection. So I think we see, I'm again, my bias is to the downside. If you start clearing below, that's that 26 level. I've had it drawn in before. If you start closing days below, any day below this 26 level, that's almost certainly heading down further. My bias is still down to the downside, heading to probably bare minimum that 2,500 to 2,450 mark right there. But I just, hey, if it climbs over the mother of all trend lines, we'll talk about it differently. To my brand new subscribers who have joined in the last couple of 24 hours or so, 24, 48 hours, most of you are going to be crypto people, and I'm going to tell you something very, very quickly. If you are in crypto and you know the crypto cycle goes for a certain period of time, you should be following me, and you should be following anyone that has anything to do with precious metals, price analysis. I've been a stacker of gold and silver for a very long time. Crypto will have its time, and then there's going to be a massive run into precious metals. So take your crypto winnings, pop a decent portion of it, I would suggest, into gold and silver as a safe haven. Okay, this is the mother of all trend lines, is what I'm talking about. 1980, 2011, and just recently in 2024, we made a play for it. It was a failed move so far to stay above it. I think a fast move to the downside. I at least think 2,500 to 2,450. Possible best buy zone hit at 2250 to 2150. I'm like 60% sure at this stage. I'm like 80% sure at this stage. It'll make me 90% sure that we hit here if we break down through that 2,600 gold level in USD, that is. Yeah, so where gold goes, silver tends to follow. That's why my bias for silver is still to the downside, even though we're above that $31 range at the moment. But trading range, I just need to see it clear significantly above there or significantly below there, and that will tell us the direction which we're going to be going in for, the next month or two, etc. Cool, good. That is gold. Speaking of gold, let's take a look at gold sales double and silver sales nearly double in November from October at the Perth Mint. Let's quickly read this article from xm.com. Sure. Let's see, from Reuters, the Perth Mint's gold and silver sales nearly doubled in November compared with the previous month, the refiner said on Thursday. Why it is important. The Perth Mint, owned by the government of Western Australia, in case you don't know, is the world's leading producer of newly mined gold. It's the world's leading producer of newly mined gold. It's also the largest refiner by volume in Australasia, according to its website. Each year, it processes nearly 75% of Australia's newly mined gold, making it a significant player in one of the world's top gold-producing countries. Yes, it does. By the numbers, sales of gold coins and minted bars gained 94.2%, basically double, in November from the previous month, which is the highest since June 2023. Silver product sales rose 95.5% month on month, making it its highest level since October 2023. So basically doubling October's sales. Key quotes: the release of the 2025, this is what been one of the main reasons. The release of the 2025 Australian Kangaroo Bullion series in gold, silver and platinum helped boost sales, says Neil Vance, Perth Mint's general manager. But we also saw considerable demand for 1 ounce gold bars through November as well. With the context of the spot price, spot gold prices dropped more than 3% last month due to the post-election sell-off driven by Trump's win. Prices marked their biggest monthly decline in more than a year. So they had a biggest monthly decline in more than a year, yet they doubled their gold and silver sales. What does that tell you? It tells you people are buying the dip. They're backing up the truck when they're seeing the lower prices. That means people are very confident that gold and silver will be higher in the future. Okay, I absolutely agree with that. I think this is a short-term dip on the way to glory. Let's see, that's the table of things. We don't have to worry about that. Anything else? No, that is it. So, Perth Mint sales double. Let's go back here very quickly, read some comments, and I'll take a quick look at the gold to silver ratio. Doubles. That's what it means. Trump won. Bit of confidence back into the market. Gold and silver have a bit of a sell-off. And people like you and me, not me technically, I've been selling a bit of silver, but most people are going, yes, thank you, I will take that. Although I do still see some lower prices coming in silver and gold. Could be completely wrong, might be eating my words. Any other comments? No, not quite yet. Let's take a look at the gold to silver ratio. Because, as I said, silver is holding, but gold is a little bit down. So that's why you're seeing the gold to silver ratio really dropping at the moment. And this is, where's my green stuff? Green stuff, where are you? There's my green stuff. Gold to silver ratio. Yeah, really dropping at the moment. Gold to silver ratio. As it goes up, gold's outperforming silver. As it goes down, silver is outperforming gold. If you're a major silver holder, you want this to be tanking like a stone. It's so far playing out. I have a good suspicion that we might be doing something like this. I think you might find some support here at that previous, a support level, and then you might do something like this, like a potential head and shoulders. That's what you would want to see if you want to see silver outperform gold. If you're a gold bug, you want to see that just forever and ever, just go up and up. But you want to see something like that. I did mention this yesterday. Okay, potential head and shoulders. We're not even there. I would need to see this creep back up and then start ticking over in order to say, head and shoulders pattern playing out. Could absolutely just sail right down. Silver could kind of range at the moment. Gold could have a bit of a dip, and that's why you'd see the silver gold silver ratio tank. As you know, below here confirms silver's long-term dominance. We're not there yet. We've at least got to get below this support level right there, and then you'd be dealing with this next level at around about 82. Cool. Longer term, let's take a look at the weekly. It's a little bit busy, isn't it? Sorry, all these lines and stuff. Yeah, that's looking interesting. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet. We need to at least start creeping below that 83.5 level on the gold to silver ratio. On the longer term, on the monthly time frame, that's interesting. So this is it on the monthly. Let me take away all the noise and you can just see that. Take a look at the gold to silver ratio without all the noise and all the lines and all that. That's the monthly time frame. That's interesting. It's not out of the woods yet. It could certainly creep up from here. Look at this. See if I go back there, there's that level at resistance, and we're at, resistance is now support or potential support. See that level right there? Yeah, just follow that. Follow the crosshairs. We're exactly right about there. You start closing below there, closing December below there, then it's looking good for a potential move back down. We're in, and I won't put all the, actually I will. Gold silver ratio, the normal range is around about, the new normal is between about 90 to 70. The old normal range used to be between about 70 to 50. I'm expecting at some point silver to massively outperform gold and at least come down to the 50 there, the bottom of the normal range. Right there. Many people expect it to go lower. It probably overshoot, as it does. It does tend to have overshoots in periods of silver is rah, rah, rah. But at least here. At least there. And I will be swapping some of my silver for gold. At the moment, I have been swapping my silver for crypto. We'll talk about that in just a few moments. I've got a couple of things and we'll do some more shout outs. But I've been swapping my silver for crypto in order to ride the crypto wave and then increase my silver stack. So later on, I can swap most of my silver for gold later on down the track. Oh, tasty. On the, get rid of the noise again, relative strength index, it's ticking over, but yeah, you're in kind of the mid-range. So probably still quite neutral for the gold to silver ratio. Not one is saying it's massively going to overtake the other at this stage. That's a gold to silver ratio. Platinum. Do I need to look at platinum today? No. I'm going to say no to platinum. All right, quickly, platinum had a spike to $950. It was a rejection. I'll show you the 4-hour chart. Look at that. Rejected. What am I talking about? This $945 level. It was a big one. Failure to close above it yet again. It closed above it here. Failure to hold. Fast move to the downside. We're now back down to, let me get rid of that. We're now back down to the bottom end here of this major uptrend line. The more times you spend here, the more likely it is to be taken out. I'm really favoring platinum now to be heading down lower and probably down to the best buy zone of at least 900 US dollars. I'm giving that like an 80% chance at this stage. 80% chance bias to the downside for gold, same for silver, same for platinum. It's just that silver's holding over that little area at the moment. Yeah, that's it for platinum, and I've done all of that. That is your precious metals roundup for today. Get some shout outs out of the way, and then we shall do that. What are we doing? And then we shall go into the crypto portion of the day. It's great to see so many people watching. I had 147 or 150 people watching specifically yesterday. Something happened with the YouTube algorithm or the Twitter algorithm, and it just sent a whole bunch of people rocketing in. So we had like 150 people at one stage, which was an absolute record. Normally it's about, with the current subscriber base, it's about 50 to 70 watching. 70 is usually pretty good. But 150, like a doubling, it was really good. Nearly a tripling, actually. And subscriber-wise, 900 and... let me just check the subscriber base. 903 subscribers. We are rocketing towards 1,000. At the 1,000 mark, I will be doing another silver giveaway, and that's going to be proudly sponsored by Tony Peterson, who is now here. Chat Mum is here. GMS says Tony Peterson. Thank you very much. Get some comments in, and then we'll go into our crypto portion talking about the graph protocol as well. Let's see. You said that last time. Did I, Morning Vista? I probably did. I repeat myself so many times. Need to be here more often. J-pop. 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 Love it. J-pop. I lived in Japan. J-pop was interesting. Debt is great. GMS, good to see you right there. Pete Repeat. Hi, Joe and chat fam. Good morning, Slurpers. Good morning, Chris. Great to see you. Chris says, wait till you see the BTC chart. Yeah, I'm about to do BT. I'm about to do Bitcoin. Oh, I've seen the BTC chart this morning. It's a little bit scary, to be honest. We'll take a look at it. 903 subscribers. Giveaway. Yes, giveaway at 1,000 times. Tick and Joe still. Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to give you an address. I was wanting to set up a P.O. box, but I haven't done that yet. Maybe I'll give you an address for somewhere else where I don't live. Maybe that's a good idea. But somewhere where I can have access to, like a friend or I don't know, a relative or something. Maybe I'll do that, or maybe I'll just set up a PO box, but I don't give out my real address to anybody. Let's see. ETF selling, but silver ETF selling, but physical buying increasing. Gerald Draper, nice pullback indeed. Actually, some of that value went into alts. Yes, I think so. Only manipulators, pensions, and fools. Fools, I tells you. Buying paper metal silver at the moment, and we will see who can redeem before poof. Yep. Smooth move, some silver swinging on alts to increase the stack. Yeah, job, good strategy. Yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. Very nice gift. It will be a very nice gift. You slept in, Tony. That is unlike you. Goodness me. You do deserve it though, Tony. Absolutely. You are all going to hear about my brand partners, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. If you don't buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, what are you? Who are you, mate? What are you doing? You live in Australia and you stack precious metals and you don't buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, who gives you free shipping when you buy over certain amounts, and it's very small amounts. Have 20 or more items in your shopping cart, in your order, and you get instant free shipping. It's not 20 of one item. You mix and match anything, okay? You only want to buy 1 half-ounce Perth Mint Snake, okay? You want to buy 3 Asahi Buffalo rounds for those kind of cheap and cheerful generic kind of rounds. You want a bit of gold, you want a bit of platinum. As long as you've got 20 or more items, you get instant free shipping from Perth Bullion Exchange. Come on, it's so good. Plus the fact is, if you buy... there's no caveats to that afterwards. If you buy 20 of the one thing, for example, you qualify for the first quantity discount. So you get, like 50 cents off this particular bar, plus you get the free shipping because you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart. It's like double savings. This is ridiculous, okay? Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange has been doing great guns. They are doing since May when they opened the store. It's a physical store in Perth in Australia. You can walk in, buy over the counter. It's an old bank. So it's like the bank teller thing. It's so cool when you go in there. I spent some time over there during the launch of the company. And they're just doing really great guns. They're doing everything I would do if I was starting my own bullion dealership. And as you know, I've worked in the bullion dealers over 3 major ones, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. And Ricky knows what he's talking about. They're doing great guns. So that is Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Wealthstack, if you want to get unallocated gold, do it at Wealthstack. Download the app on Android or iPhone. Okay, spot plus 1% to buy unallocated gold. It's backed with real gold, 1-to-1 with real physical gold. Okay, held in storage under your name. You are the technical owner. It's held by one of the largest gold vaulting and wholesalers in the world. They are LBMA registered. They're one of like the top 4, top 5 wholesalers in the world in vaulting facilities. This is an Australian regulated, Australian owned company. I did an interview with David Ski, the CEO, a couple of months ago, so check it out on my channel. It's all on the up and up and all that. So what's coming? They're a brand new company and they wanted to reach out to me to get the stacking community on board first and gain your trust. That was the absolute best way to do it, in my humble opinion. And they're of the opinion of that if you don't hold it, you don't own it. They get it. But you might want to share this with your friends and family who don't want to be the crazy stacker that we are. Okay, give them the gateway drug of Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Get them to buy some gold at spot plus 1%, because you only need to buy a minimum of $10. You can buy $1,000, $1 million worth, sure, but to get spot plus 1%. There's no changing of that, okay? Whether you're buying $1 million or $10 amount. So you can save very slowly in real physical gold, but there's no storage fees because you're not stacking it in your own house and taking all that extra risk. And some people are very risk averse, particularly your friends and family who don't understand this stacking thing like we do. They're just like, I don't want to hold gold in my house because, what if someone comes and steals it and all that? You can't convince them to hold the physical. Get them to hold the physical in this form, wealthstack.com, okay? And then you can just slowly just creep them into the real physical thing, okay? It's the perfect gateway drug, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Let's do crypto. Let's take a look at, we'll take a Bitcoin first, because the Bitcoin price just in the last 8 hours or so, roughly, it's had a bit of a peak and then a little bit of a scary, I just need to take a look at that price. And then we're going to be taking a look at the graph protocol, my biggest bag in crypto at the moment. We'll take a look at my opinion on that and my potential take profit targets. Cool. Let's share the screen and go back and we'll take a look at Bitcoin. Oh, shoot. It's even dropped further. This is interesting. Okay, here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, priced in USD. This is the Bitstamp exchange price, tradingview.com website, 96,660. That just dipped right then. Okay, I might need to go to the intraday, like the 1 hour and the 4 hour, to show you what the hell's been going on. So we had a spike. This is the 4 hour. Very interesting. Let's go to the 1 hour. No, I'm going to go to I'll go back to the daily. Here's what happened. Just in the last 24 hours, we've still got another hour until the day ticks over into the brand new trading day. We'd had that, that move to 100K, almost 100K psychological value. It was an area of resistance. We broke back down below. We're back above. And then we had this support level here. Then we started creeping up yesterday. Everyone's going, ooh, we're going to break it. We're going to break it. Lo and behold, what did we do overnight? And just before I went to bed, actually, so not 12 hours ago or something like that, we broke 100K. Let me show you this on the hourly time frame. We broke 100K, people, and what happened? Even I posted about it. Oh, uns, Bitcoin breaking 100K, and we rocketed up to $103,500 on the Bitstamp exchange price. We had this is a absolute failed move right now, just so you know, a failed move to hold the purple line here. I'll show you that in just a second. Failed move. Oftentimes from a failed move comes a fast move in the opposite direction. Now, what do we like? We like big spikes on the downside. We don't like big spikes on the upside. So This, just before I started the video, we were the live show. We were around about here. We were actually technically still in the green, but we had this big spike, and I don't like big spikes in the upward direction because that says the sellers are more in control of the market. We like the big spikes on the downside because that says the buyers are more in control of the market. Looks interesting. This could be a failed move. Well, it's definitely a failed move to hold. We've had a fast move to the downside. And in the last half an hour, let me see, we have spiked down to, just before starting the show, we've spiked back down underneath there. We have held it. So, yeah, we spiked down to, $92,000. Okay, let's have a look at the intraday and see where we are. This is the relative strength index on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, we've already gone into extremely undervalued for Bitcoin. Okay, that would suggest that maybe this is the quick little price dip. People are sucking this right up, and let's see what happens from here. So we are in a trading range currently. There is no 100% decision either way. Bitcoin hasn't made its decision whether it's going to top out here, maybe for a short period of time at $103,000, $104,000, or whether this is just a little blip along the way and we continue onwards and upwards. Here we do have an hour to go until the new day starts. But undervalued, we've hit undervalued, extremely undervalued. Okay, so I would actually expect a pump from here. I wouldn't expect us to go back into extremely undervalued or break this area here. You could have a dip, and this is all spitballing, okay? I know this is kind of like the weather report. Okay, you could come back down to here. You would want to find support here on the relative strength index and then crack back up. Otherwise, you just want to see this crack back up, right? And you want to crack back up above. I just want to keep going high. Let me get rid of that. I don't know why I did that. Okay, this could, so indecision. Okay, you can see very clear indecision on the 1-hour time frame. However, that's interesting. That's the 4-hour. Sorry, I'm wrong. Let me go right back. My apologies. We've gone into extremely undervalued on the 30-minute time frame. I wasn't looking at the 4-hour. I thought I was. My apologies. So, no, we've got room to move down further. Potentially, we have just hit the bottom end of the relative strength index on the 1-hour time frame. You can certainly go into extremely undervalued. So, lower prices could come. 4-hour time frame. Yeah, we've had a big tick down. We're at a crucial support level right there. You would want to see that hold and break back up. I don't know what's going to happen on the daily time frame. Yowza. You remember I was just talking about this right here yesterday, how we needed to maintain this trend line right there. It looks like we've broken it so far, although we need this next 1 hour to close above. If you close above, then this might technically tick up, and we will have remained as that will have remained as support. Cool. But if we close anywhere down around this price right now, that's going to close there and open the day underneath there. That's a sign that lower prices would be coming. Now, we have been saying we've had a big move in Bitcoin. This could be the little blow off top, okay? Doesn't mean the top is anywhere near done, okay? We did talk about yesterday a roughly 50% potential move from this pump above 75,000 to this pump here to 103, 104. So anywhere down to maybe around your mid-80s is a decent, it's a normal retrace after such a large move. So don't panic if Bitcoin goes down to here. So let's say, what's that from here? Oh, yeah, we were talking about 10 to 15% moves, weren't we? That's about a 10 to 15% move into your sort of mid-80s, early 80s-ish kind of thing. Very normal for Bitcoin to go up and then Bitcoin goes down, because guess what? It's an asset like everything else, and it goes up and down. You just don't want to see it crack below 74,000 US dollars. Technically, it's 73,500 something on this index, okay, on the Bitstack index. You don't want to see it close below there. If we do see a drawdown, then you want to see something like, you want to see it bounce very quickly and bounce off there. So that is Bitcoin. I'm going to look at Bitcoin dominance. And then we're going to talk about the graph protocol. Bitcoin dominance is it had a bit of a, let's see, that's the weekly? Oh, okay. There we go. Give me 1 second. I thought it had closed back above my level. No. Oh, yes, it did. So on the 4-hour time frame, when we had that big move up into above the 100,000 mark, everyone's going, oh, unz, unz, unz. Then there was a quick fake out. So we are back below the major trend line on the Bitcoin dominance. So what does this mean? It means we're in altcoin season, people. I'd like to see it start closing days and weeks below here. So I need to see it close this week below the downtrend line. Then I would suggest it's basically confirmed altcoin season. On the monthly time frame, I really wanted to preferably see it close December below here, and that really spells altcoin season, where Bitcoin takes a bit of a breather and the altcoins go shook. And as they have been doing recently since we found this top right here, it looks at this stage like the top end of the relative strength index on the monthly time frame. It does look like it's trending down. Now, it looks like we're at the start of the altcoin season. Just again, like to wait for weekly closes and preferably monthly closes, but it is looking good. So I don't think Bitcoin is done. At the top isn't in for Bitcoin, in my humble non-financial advice opinion. And you may be seeing your favorite altcoins take off further if we can remain below this downtrend line on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Cool. Let's go back very quickly and give you a little time code. Let's talk about my biggest bag of crypto at the moment. We talked about my favorite crypto yesterday, which was Reserve. It is Reserve Protocol, RSR, but I'm talking about my biggest bag. Now that sounds a bit strange, right? This one, we're talking about the Graph Protocol. Is it my favorite one? I haven't known it. I don't know as much about it as I do about Reserve, but it's my biggest bag at the moment from a technical perspective. I have lots of RSR, I've got lots of the Graph, but it is I have more Graph, so it is my biggest bag at the moment. The Graph Protocol. What is it? Then I'll share the chart, and then we'll take a look at my potential profit-taking targets, my price targets for 2025 for this crypto cycle. I'll take you back to Grok. I'm going to take a quick look at Grok on X. What is Graph Protocol? It is in the AI space. Okay, let's do a quick little read, and then I won't bore you with all the details. We're just going to basically look mainly at the price and how bullish I am on it at the moment. But the Graph Protocol is a decentralized indexing... Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. I just dozed off for a second. The Graph Protocol is a decentralized indexing protocol designed for organizing and accessing blockchain data efficiently. Okay, so from a fundamental perspective, I understand the AI space a little bit. All the dev stuff and the blockchain stuff and all that. Yes, I've been in crypto since 2013, but mainly I'm a technical analysis guy. There's certain things I'll look at the fundamentals like Reserve, etc. I am in the Graph Protocol because I am confident with the AI space, and the technicals of the graph look very good as well. But let's read a little bit more. But I'm just telling you, this stuff goes more over my head than someone else who really understands the AI space. Okay, so I don't want to go, I'm so cool, I don't understand all this stuff. No, I'm just going to be honest, I don't understand all this stuff. Okay, I start to doze off a little bit. Purpose: the graph aims to make blockchain data more accessible. That makes sense, by allowing developers to query data from blockchains like Ethereum, IPFS, and other users using GraphQL, a query language for APIs. So I understand what APIs are in the precious metals industry. For online websites and for being able to price things, you use APIs to call out to data out there on the internet, and it gives you accurate, or it should give you accurate information on the pricing of the spot price of gold and silver and all that. So I understand what APIs are, what they do, and the graph is in that space. But for the crypto world, right? So it's allowing developers to query data from different blockchains. So it's kind of like it's aggregating it all together. Get it? Got it? Good. This protocol serves as a data layer for various networks, facilitating the creation and use of decentralized applications, dApps, by providing indexed data, right, in a structured format. Okay, so it's gathering it all together, right? Cool. And I won't go into all that stuff about subgraphs and curators and delegators. zhunk, straight over. Now, GRT, the graph token, this is the native token used within the ecosystem for various functions like staking, signaling, and paying for queries. So you have to pay for your API calls. You pay just a little bit, right? So they use the graph to do that, the GRT token. The protocol has an inflationary model with new tokens, as most tokens are, new tokens issued as indexing rewards, balanced by mechanisms like token burning through query fees. Cool. Use cases. It's widely used by projects like, now this is one of the fundamentals. It's widely used by projects like Uniswap, largest DeFi swap facility, Aave, huge, Synthetics, and others to enable real-time data retrieval for their applications, okay? Making decentralized application development more straightforward and efficient. That's the basic view of the graph protocols. Some of it goes over my head, the deeper down stuff, but I understand the basics of what it does, and it's part of the AI general thing. Cool, cool. Let's take a look at the price. Now, how did I hear about the graph protocol first off? Let's take a look at its price. Juicy AF. How did I hear about it? I'm going to give a big shout out to, and I've never met them, I've spoken to them a little bit, just back and forth in Facebook comments and whatnot, and YouTube comments. Good old ASX Trader. You should be following ASX Trader. ASX Trader has 26,000 subscribers, nearly. Incredibly good, way better than me on technical analysis stuff. If you're not following ASX Trader, I almost don't want to tell you to follow ASX Trader because then you'll just leave me. I don't think you will because I do this daily live show and you love me anyway. But man, you really need to be subscribed to ASX Trader. ASX Trader mentioned the graph in one of these more recent-ish crypto market analyses and was very positive on it. It sparked my interest. I took a look at it and it was around about 22 cents, 23 cents, 24 cents. He'd been talking about how it had changed market structures and he was very positive on it. I think it was around about here when he started talking about the fact that it had changed market structures, or maybe even before then, actually. I think it was probably around here. And he was into it, and I decided to get in a little bit later, and I've seen some nice moves, and I went in with size. Okay, so it's my biggest bag, and the higher it's going, the better I'm doing, obviously. And with the graph, we are at a very key junction. So I'm not going to say we're out of the woods just yet, but we're at a very key junction from a technical analysis perspective. It does seem like it's going to continue up like everything else is at the moment. Most things are going to because we're in a crypto bull run at the moment. We're at the start of the alt season. Anything can happen. Crypto can crash from here, of course. But look at this. The downtrend line, the high of $2.80 in February of 2021. Then we had a low of 5 cents in December of 2022. Since then, we posted this sort of major interim high at 50 cents. That formed this downtrend line. Then we just changed market structure, as ASX Trader would say. And he probably called it around about here when it broke this level right there at around about your 20 cent level. He probably called the market structure change there and probably called it as a good one to get into. I saw it a little bit later than that. And as I said, man, like the 23, 25 cents is when I've gotten in. It's looking good. And we're just at the back. We're just back, I should say, at this trend line. I'm more confident to think that it will clear. We've had a spike above. Okay, so that's a positive sign. It's a bit of a testing of the waters. Let's go down onto the 4-hour time frame. There's a couple of things that we need to watch out for, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we do have a dip from here, and I'll show you the daily time frame in a second. Out of interest, we've been just ranging on the 4-hour time frame, really just ranging between roughly the halfway point and the top end here on the relative strength index. It hasn't spent any time down here since the start of November. Okay, so it's been about a month where it's been just above the halfway mark on the 4-hour time frame. So it's just this slow creep. It was really acting like a magnet, this downtrend line acting like a magnet to take it towards. It has busted out, and so far it's remaining as support. I just don't know if that will last. If that does last, you would want to see this remain as support and then bounce off and then quickly start heading back up. That would suggest that the graph will be continuing its epic run to the next levels. We'll take a look at those in a second. We just need this to hold. So let's show you the daily time frame though. Here's the contrarian view. Well, here's the opposite end here. We're in extremely overvalued for the graph. GRT on the daily time frame. Okay, that's why I'm saying, hey, when you get into extremely overvalued, you can spend a bunch of time there, but we're already there. Okay, that's why I would say if you see a dip in the graph, don't be surprised. It's definitely not surprising after such a long run from 13 cents to 32 cents. So let's take a look. There's the breakout. Well, there's the bottom there. If you want, you could say, we'll just call it from there. You can take it from any point, but that is a 150% move. Or for example, when it looked like it was changing market structure right about here at your 20 cent level, that's a 70% move, okay? And right, a move back down from here because we've been extremely overvalued. On the daily time frame, yeah, that's kind of par for course. I would want to see support hold at no lower than, if we do, no lower than there, easy, no lower at the breakout point. I don't think we get as low as there, but we'll pop there. That would be your, definitely don't break here. So we'll just go, come on fella. Line in sand. Line in sand. You don't want to break here. That would spell not good. That would spell change of market structure back into potential bear. For that, I don't think we're going to get there. But watch that level for support at the 20 cent level. I'm not saying it's going down to there. I'm very hopeful that we remain support here and then we just kick onwards and upwards. But bear in mind, nothing goes up forever, so you could have a retrace. The main area I would expect to find support at would be here. Very clearly, you can see it. That's around about the 23 cent US cent mark right there. And that coincides with this level of support and then this previous level of resistance. So there. So a bounce from there, a quick fake out, and then, sucked in. We're onwards and upwards. That would be great. Preferably, I want to see this happen though. I want to see this, and then a quick test of support, and then onwards and upwards. Cool. That is the graph on the shorter term time frames. Let's talk about higher targets if they are coming. On the weekly, or will I do the monthly? So that's the weekly, sorry, let me show you the weekly relative strength index, and I'll get rid of that for now. Relative strength index on the weekly time frame, moving clearly in the upward direction, and you've got room to move into extremely overvalued, okay? So you've got room to move higher. On the monthly time frame, look at this. This is the thing that gives me pause to say the graph, and ASX Trader believes so too, but gives me pause to think we've got a decent amount of time to go. Okay, again, a rising tide raises all ships. Crypto in general will be going up. I still am pretty confident of that. I'm still confident of that. So this has got a lot of room to move till even we get into the top end of the relative strength index on the monthly time frame. I don't know what happens from there, and neither do you. But this structure here, I don't think I've ever seen something do that. I don't think I've ever seen it do that. So that's why I'm more confident this is going to make a move. Now, you might find resistance right here, and then that's it for the crypto cycle, okay, for the graph. It might be. Or it might do the following, where you go up into extremely overvalued for the very first time, and then that would be the signal. So you've got a lot of room to move, as I said. So let's talk about top targets. This is the Fibonacci. I'm taking it from the old high, $2.80, and definitely the low of what it is, of about 5 cents. And we have Fibonacci targets. Is there any, I've got to first look for levels of confluence, okay? There's no point using Fibonacci if it's not matching and lining up with anything. Is it lining up on the graph? There's one major point, I would say, and that would be right here at your 0.382, and that's at your $1.12 mark. So, analysts probably don't need to use Fibonacci on this. You could just use basically lines of support and resistance. So, but I will anyway. I've got to pop in my getting interested line. So technically, usually what I would do is I would use a Fibonacci and I would put my getting interested line probably at the 0.236 right here, and that's at 70 cents. However, I'm in the graph already, and really I think the getting interested line is breaking this downtrend line. Now, I took a risk and got in before the getting interested line, okay, naughty me. but I was listening to ASX Trader. I'm very confident on his stuff. So again, give him a huge follow. So I would say though, for anyone coming in new to the graph, I need to see it hold. You know what? Just to be safe, give me a minute. Getting interested line is, I'll keep it at where it is right now. So I'm going to do it at the breakout. So it's actually where it is around about now. And I'll do that at around about your 3.3 cent mark. Cool. If you were wanting to get into the graph, 3.3 cents getting interested. Okay, that would be the point. You may decide to get in now, but if I was getting in for the first time, I just want to see where this goes in the next few days, the next week or so, because we're at a top end here. This is major resistance. It's acting as potential resistance right now, so you might want to wait for a dip. I would wait for an absolute closure above. So if you start doing this, like there, and you start bouncing off, that would be over the getting interested line. Okay, so that's my getting interested line. Get rid of that and pop that there. So let's talk about my getting excited line and my final hurdle for new all-time highs. Okay, getting excited line. I would be getting excited. Yeah, okay, 0.23 or this one. It's either going to be here at $1. Geez, it's pretty high though. So no, I'm going to say this is my getting excited line. Okay, right here at the 70 cent mark. You start cracking above 70 cents and then it's looking good for an extra pump. Okay, 70 US cents getting excited. Cool, good. And then I'll also put in my take profit targets as well. And my final hurdle for new all-time highs coming. Okay. As you know, this is really live. I do this literally. I don't look at too much. I don't look at it too much beforehand. So I'll try and keep this short and sharp because I've got to try and keep this live and interesting. Am I going to change my getting interested line to my getting excited line to here? No, look, I'll keep it here at the 70 cent mark. Really watch out for a take profit area, and this is where one of your major take profits would be at $1.12. If you want to call it the psychological value of $1, just do that. But we've hit $1 previously, so it's done it before. So it's not like it's in price discovery. So I'm going to say at about $1.12. $1.12 would be a first take profit target, TP1. Take profit target if you're getting in at around about these kind of areas, okay? TP1 at $1.12. That's not my final hurdle for new all-time highs though. I usually have to stick with the 61.8 or the 78.6 based on Fibonacci for final hurdle for new all-time highs to come. Because it's such a large price range between $2.80 and like 5 cents, I'm going to pop it at I might be breaking my rule here, but I'm going to pop it at the 0.618. Cool. That is at $1.80. $1.80 final hurdle for new all-time highs. You have to break and hold over $1.80 on a monthly time frame, not spiking to it, but closing above it on a monthly time frame in order for me to say that new all-time highs are in the graph protocol are coming, okay? That it will break the all-time high. Could it double top? Yes, but that's, for me, that's the final hurdle at $1.80, and I would also put that as a take profit 2, TP2, because you never know, things could really turn over back around at the we're getting a bit busy here at the TP2 level at the final hurdle for new all-time highs. So those are my major levels. Then we'll talk about higher prices if we break all-time high. Where's the major take profit target? So let me get rid of that for now so that you can see this a little bit more clearly. Right here, here's the graph. Right, getting interested. You may decide, now well, let's do some little price stuff here. You may decide, hey, I want to get in around about here. You preferably want to wait until this is really confirmed and held as support. But let's say you get in around about the 3 to 3.5 cent level. And let's just decide, okay, you're getting around about here-ish. Let's call it 3.5 cents. A move to the getting excited line of 70 cents is a 100% move. Basically, you've almost doubled your money. Okay, in not 3.5 cents, sorry, 35 cents. I'm seeing this in cents. It's 30 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. So from 33 cents, 35 cents to 70 cents, that's a doubling. What do you do on double? You sell half of it, you recoup your initial investment, and then you're free riding the rest. Do I always do that? No. Should I take my own advice? Yes. That's why I keep repeating it, because I really need to take my own advice. Sell half on double, great, and then see what happens from there. Cool. You would need to be watching the relative strength index. Where are we? When it's at 70 cents, where are we on the relative strength index on the weekly and the monthly time frame? Are we already extremely overvalued for some reason? Is it looking like the top is in potentially? So you've always got to take that into account. So maybe you sell half on double at 70 cents. You do you. You might want to wait until the take profit target 1 instead. That is a 220, 200-ish kind of percent move from here. Then you would take some profits. Maybe it's half, maybe it's less than half. It's up to you. And then your next take profit target is here at $1.80, your final hurdle that you would need to close over for me in order to say new all-time highs coming. Okay, this is a major. This is along the way, it's a pretty significant take profit target at $1.80. That's from here. If you got in here and you didn't sell out, and you only rode it all the way, well, that's a 400% move. Okay, again, you should be taking profits along the way, so this wouldn't be a 400% gain from your initial entry, but from here to here, 400%. From here, let's talk about higher targets. I want to go with the 2.618 to 4.236 levels. I find them to be decent targets after all-time highs when we get into price discovery. So I'm going to say major profit taking. This is getting up there. Let me draw it in and then we'll see if it makes any sense. I usually like 2.618 to 4.236. It doesn't mean it absolutely works, but that's just the area I just like to use. And that's it between... Oh man, we're getting high. That's pretty high. That's $7.50 to $12. Is that too much? Let's see. That's a 2,000% move to a 33,200% move. The reason I say that, look, after all-time highs, I will keep it at that. That's a major profit-taking area if we break the all-time high. So in the graph, let me be very clear. I don't know if this will definitely break its all-time high. I'm not 100% confident on that. Let me state that once more for the graph protocol people. I'm not 100% confident that if we go in that at the peak of the bull run cycle in precious metal and precious metals in crypto, I'm not confident with the graph at the end of this cycle, whenever that is, that we will have broken the all-time high. We certainly may, but I'm not 100% confident on it, just because it's been such a large price range between $2.80 and 5 cents, and we're at 30 cents currently. Okay, a move up to $2.80, it's a pretty darn big move. What is that in terms of its percentage? From here to there. Okay, yeah, it's less than 10 times. Yeah, you could 10 bag it. It's possible. I'm not going to say it's 100%. I'm really confident that we could definitely get to the take profit 2 area of $1.80. That's where I'll be considering taking a decent amount of profits there, and I will be riding the rest. But I will pop in the major profit taking right here, and that's it between $7.50 to $12. Major profit taking. This is a bit of blue sky thinking, and many of the people who are going to be posting on this under X, who are watching this, are going, hey, $7.50 to $12, really easily doable for the graph. And you may be right. I'm just not so confident about it. But here's the thing. Generally, I don't find that after you break an all-time high, I don't find the 1.618 for crypto to be the place where you top out. It can be for other assets, but I don't find it to be. Let me go to the brush tool. So, for example, ignore this, right? Ignore the timeline, ignore the whatever, right? All-time high from a sure. It doesn't usually be that at the end of a crypto cycle, if it breaks its all-time high, it stops there at the 1.618 from the old high and the old low. It tends to go higher. It tends to go up to the 2.618 or higher, okay? I just don't think that's high enough above the previous all-time high. That's why I use the 2.618. So that's why I'm sticking with $7.50 to $12 for the major profit-taking area. Might not get there. You would want to be, I imagine, pretty much out of your entire bag of the graph at this point, unless you're using it for staking and you're earning a passive income, quote unquote. But you would want to keep a little bit in the bag. You always do. So if that gets to $7.50, $12, and I've gotten in rounded down about here and I've sold a little bit along the way, I'm going to probably leave about maximum 20% left, probably 10% if it gets to that $7.50 area, because that's a pretty darn good profit. Okay, but you want to keep some in the bag. You never know, it could shoot for the moon. Okay, that's my profit-taking areas. Let's go through them one more time. Getting interested at 3.3 cents. Getting excited at 70 cents. I should maybe put that as a take profit area, but you'd maybe consider a little bit here. You may want to wait for the getting excited line before you get in. Take profit 1 is at $1.12. Take profit 2 is at $1.80. And then major profit taking at $7.50 to $12 US. Not saying it's 100% going there. Okay, that is the graph. I am bullish on it from a technical perspective, from an AI perspective, and general fundamental perspective in the AI sector. I am bullish on that as well. And again, rising tide raises all ships, and it just looks great from a technical perspective. That's the graph. Final comments, and then we'll get out of here, people. Let's see. We have much less people watching than yesterday. That was a bit of an anomaly. We had 150 people watching yesterday, probably because I was talking about something they were really interested in. I was talking about, what was it yesterday? Reserve. I was talking about reserve yesterday, so a lot of people jumped on. Let's have a look at all your comments, then we'll get out of here, get your questions in, etc. Oh, it's buffering for you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. Hit the like button, please, because it helps me with the algorithm. Understand liquidity, Bitcoin, etc. A lot of comments to get through now. We're rocketing to 1,000 subscribers. It's going to help if you do the super chats. Helps me see if you really want me to see your comment and you want me to speak it out and show it on the screen, super chat is the way to go. Because I've got to troll through a bunch of these. Let's see. Could I send it to BN or Ainslie and Mel? What for, Pete? Repeat. Ainsley, I saved your seat, Tony. Slept in. Thanks, Pete. Nice, you deserve it. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Let me see if I can go back and see it. I don't know what you're talking about. So I can't give you the answer for that. Didn't get to sleep till 3 a.m. Oh, you had a migraine. I'm really sorry to hear that. Let's see. Bill and Ted's stream was a good collab this morning. Who's Bill and Ted? Tell me about Bill and Ted. Who are Bill and Ted? I sent to Joe's P.O. Box too, Pete. Smart to have P.O. Box when you have shiny at home. Correct. I agree. Tony. $200 from many online dealers. You get free shipping here in the States. Yes, this is the thing, Gerald. Doesn't this freak you out? Some are as much as $100,000 minimum purchase to get free shipping. Every penny counts on keeping costs as low as spot as possible. Yes, Gerald, doesn't that freak you out? The people who are watching from the States, no other bullion dealer in Australia goes, buy a certain amount, get free shipping, except for Perth Bullion Exchange. And actually, at current silver prices, you can spend less than $200 and get free shipping, because when they have them in stock, and I don't think they do at the moment, 1/10 of an ounce silver rounds, they're like about $7 Australian at the moment. So 20 times 7 is $140 Australian. And so that, because you've got 20 or more items in your shopping cart, instant free shipping. So you can spend less than $200 at the moment. It's pretty good, hey. Let's see. Bitcoin went down to 94,000. Scary. I wouldn't be scared about it, Jessica. I hear what you're saying. G'day, Jessica, by the way. But I think it's a blip along the way. Yeah, maybe we could go down a little, in the mid-80s potentially. 5 p.m. here in Chicagoland, 1,000. Resistance didn't come. Let's see. Understanding liquidity will be an issue. Only way is up. The only way is up, baby. Oh, I'm going to get copyrighted there. Altcoins will start to do well over the next few weeks. I do agree with that. Yes, more opportunities, lots of opportunities, people. And here's the thing with the crypto side of things and altcoins, just get into something that has some kind of fundamental in some kind of narrative, and it's probably going to go up. If you're buying any crypto in the main narratives and the top 5 coins in the AI narrative, or one of the top five coins in the real world asset narrative, or just some of the top majors, your Ethereum. Ethereum's going to do very well. If nothing else, just buy Ethereum, okay? Or Sol, or, I shouldn't tell you all the individuals to buy. But Ethereum's probably looking quite good. That's a pretty stress-free one, I'd say. Yep, knowing where we are going is half the battle. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Absolutely agree. And Silver Fox says, stick to God's money. Do that, and that's totally fine too. I've just been in crypto since 2013. I'm skirting both areas. I'm surfing the rainbow, as they say. So that's a Wiggles reference, by the way, if you didn't know. All good at my Antony. Sorry. No, it's not. SD Bullion has the Perth. Wow, gold coin for 2692 each. Goodness me. Perth Mint should have put a Humboldt's tree kangaroo in the tree instead of a red roo. It is a bit of a premium. Let's see. Tony Pearson says, I have zero knowledge of crypto, and that's okay. You can watch my channel. You continue for a little bit of... you can sit back with me, Ray. I was late too. Let's see. The basics aren't too bad, but it's a crazy space as you go deeper in terms of crypto. Absolutely. Gallium. Yes, I won't have time for gallium today. Sorry, you did ask for that yesterday. Gallium is used to make semiconductors. I will take a look at MIN eventually. Just keep reminding me, please. I saw an Asian video where they have gaming pods with comfy chair you can leave your hubby in while wife goes shopping. I'd love that. That'd be great. Let's see. Anything crypto-wise? Anything otherwise? Yep. That is about it. Pete wants to send you something to put in, yes, with the $1,000 sub giveaway. Joe, Pete, I will send you an address today to send to. But it's not my address, okay? Not mine. Let me make this very clear. Very, very clear. The address that I'm sending to people, I've been selling a bunch of silver at the moment, and you always have to put some kind of return address on it. It's not my address, okay? And you don't have to believe me. It's not, because I'm not dumb and I don't put my own address in. I will get a PO box. It is someone, though, that it's someone that I know and someone that I trust, etc. Or it could be fake. You never know. But it's definitely not mine, because I don't want people coming to my house. And as you all know, I have a little bit of the show and tell stuff, but all my stuff is in third-party storage anyway. I don't store stuff in my own house, all the major stuff. Again, little bits here, little bit there. When I want to sell, I go to my third-party storage. I bring it. I'm still selling a bit of stuff here. But the number one rule, particularly for someone who has worked in the bullion industry and I'm in the public eye, is you don't store stuff in your own house. You're welcome to do it yourself, and that's good, your own risk. But I don't want people knowing where I live in general anyway, because of the nature of what I do. Let's see. Oh, bless you, Pete. Joe works hard on the stream. I do work hard, and you know what I didn't do though? I didn't plug in my battery, and I've got a low battery now, so I got to get out of here. I got 10% left, but you know what? We're at over the hour mark anyway. So my people, you know what I got to do? This is very interesting. It seems to be after the first hour, the live watches start increasing. So I did yesterday's live show, and just because of the nature of what I was talking about, it got me into about an hour and a half. And then from around about an hour and a half, from an hour and 20, hour and a half, 100 watches, 120, 130, 150 live watches at any one time. So it's interesting. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, for this Friday. It's the last day of the week, people. I will update you tomorrow if something crazy happens with Bitcoin, if something happens crazy with the precious metals. I'll update you in some kind of way, whether it's in video form or in a post form on X. I probably will do that on X. So follow me over at X, at Joe in general, and you may get a YouTube post or something as well. But hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. And what we do, we dance it out, people, because it's been...
Good morning, Stack. Oh, yeah, we're feeling fine.
Have a great weekend.
Good morning, Stack. It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the...
Synchronized slurp.
Ready?
Now we're
3,
on the move.
2, 1. Slurp it.
Good morning, Stack. Oh, yeah, we're
Oh, man. Have a great weekend. I'll keep you updated if I can. Stay safe. Stay informed. Keep stacking whatever you're stacking. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.